Dear, you're getting out of here. I've got 6 months whether I like it or not, no matter what I do. So have this one on me. Yeah!
Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're counting down our picks for the 10 Coronation Street moments that shocked the nation.
I will kill you, then I will kill her.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we'll be looking at the wildest moments from Coronation Street that had all of Britain's jaws dropping. Number 10. Sarah Platt is pregnant.
Sarah Louise Platt.
Coronation Street has never been afraid to tackle sensitive subjects, and though this may seem tame by its modern standards, back in 2000, this was a shocker. At just 13 years old, Sarah Platt learned that her life would be turned upside down by an unexpected pregnancy.
The reason why Sarah Louise has put on some weight is because she's pregnant.
Viewers at home couldn't believe such a young character would be put into such a serious situation. This would lead to the eventual introduction of her daughter Bethany, who in recent years would also be involved in a few jaw-dropping scenes.
Home now.
Number 9. Jeff falls. Jeff has to be one of the nastiest characters to ever step foot on the cobbles. His emotional and physical abuse of partner Yasmin Nazir had fans praying he would eventually get his comeuppance.
Me, you. And my money's on me.
Fortunately, he got that in dramatic fashion. After Jeff attempted to set the house ablaze, he ended up chasing Yasmin onto the roof, a huge error on his behalf.
Don't just lie there. Help me.
He ended up slipping, and despite Yasmin's attempt to save him, falling to his death. After an audible gasp by the British public, viewers rejoiced as this monster was finally done for. Number 8. AIDAN'S death.
I'm sorry.
I could never be sorry. After what I did to you.
The taking of one's life is very difficult to tackle effectively and respectfully. Coronation Street managed this difficult feat with the sensitivity it deserved, with the character Aidan Connor. After an earlier attempt to take his life was paused after learning his sister needed a kidney transplant, many believed Aidan may have found a new lease on life. But as is the case with many of these tragedies, his unexpected death came seemingly out of nowhere. In a truly heartbreaking scene, Aidan's father found his son dead.
Oh God, no. No, no, no!
Number 7. Hayley's reveal.
Hayley, I really feel we're getting to know each other tonight.
Hayley appeared in many of Corrie's most iconic storylines, including her tragic illness. But she most notably broke ground when she revealed herself to be the first transgender character in British soap history. This was unprecedented, and thus surprised many viewers at home.
I'm a transsexual.
While her partner Roy was at first upset by this revelation, he eventually looked past his initial prejudice, and the two continued their beautiful relationship.
I want to say thank you to Hayley for walking into my life and bringing me a kind of happiness that I thought was reserved only for other people.
Number 6. KYLIE is killed.
Hang on it. I think there might be something kicking off at the kebab shop.
David Platt has terrible luck when it comes to his romantic history. Accidents, cheating, and so on. He suffered through it all. But perhaps the one that had the most profound impact on him was the sudden death of KYLIE Platt.
Let go of me, bitch!
The scene of her dying in David's arms as he screamed in anguish is now burned into the minds of many Corrie fans across the globe.
They're here. KYLIE, they're here.
From that moment, we wanted to see Clayton Hibbs face justice for what he did to her. Number 5. PHELAN'S hostage situation.
I will kill you, then I will kill her.
This guy did it all. Theft, blackmail, and yes, even murder. It felt like he was never going to get what was coming to him until the explosive confrontation during Michelle Connor's wedding. A botched hostage job led to Anna finally getting sweet revenge against the man who had tormented her as she stabbed him. Phelan thought he could get one last laugh by saying she would be put away for murder, but Anna truly had the last laugh in this exchange.
I win.
Number 4. Mike Baldwin dies. The love triangle between Ken, Deirdre and Mike is what put Corrie on the map for a lot of fans. While vying for the affection of Deirdre, Mike and Ken became perhaps the most bitter of enemies in the show's history.
You shouldn't be here. I'm calling an ambulance.
While they were pretty close to bumping each other off throughout their storied rivalry, ultimately it was in the arms of Ken that Mike would die. It was a bittersweet exchange as Mike, now suffering from Alzheimer's, seemingly buried his feud with Ken as they recounted days gone by.
You're finished, Barlow. Deirdre loves me. She's mine.
No! Mike!
Number 3. Deirdre behind bars.
I sentence you to 18 months imprisonment.
This one was all kinds of WTF. So much so that even the Prime Minister at the time, Tony Blair, got involved with the infamous Free the Weatherfield One campaign. In one of British TV's biggest miscarriages of justice, the lady who wore probably British TV's biggest pair of glasses was wrongfully convicted of fraud. Fans will remember, of course, that Deirdre had found herself in hot water after falling for a con man who used her account for his own dodgy finances.
Have you anything to say?
I didn't do any of it.
And so, the national outrage threatened to get out of hand when she was finally sentenced. Number 2. Richard's Last Stand. The journey of this soap's resident sociopath came to a grisly end following a murder spree that shook the street. Following his murders of ex-wife Patricia and Maxine to protect his new family, Richard lost it all when Gail discovered what he'd done.
The more you struggle, the more you get hurt, Gail.
He intended to die with the Platts, tying them up in his car and attempting to gas them, though Audrey's interference saw him try to escape and subsequently drive the car into the canal. His would-be victims got out alive, but Richard spent his final night sleeping with the Fishers.
Is that your husband, Richard Hillman?
Number 1. The tram crash. For those of you who ever wondered what the mysterious bridge over the cobbles was for, then this sort of answers that question. In what looked more like a scene straight out of a disaster movie, an explosion at the joinery led to an unfortunate opening in the bridge. Obviously, the communication lines must have been down, as not too long afterwards, a tram comes flying off the tracks and into the cabin and corner shop below. It's all just so sudden, and so incredibly OTT. But what's even more shocking is that the quickly quite hellish situation kills off Molly and street stalwart Ashley Peacock. A shocking day for soap fans.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.